today. I was really excited to get to come back here. I've been down in Missouri for about 4.5 years now. Definitely left my heart in Wyoming and would love to get back here someday. Have a great time out there, but there's just, something exciting about, driving through a snowstorm in October, which I had to do this morning. I stayed over in Laramie with my folks, and, a lot of people would be really bummed about that or really scared about it. I was like, nice. I love driving through snow. It's just, I don't get to do it anymore. In Missouri very much, so. And I probably won't see snow again until I come home for Christmas, so this is really exciting for me. Let's talk a little bit about social media. Like Juliet said, I mostly come at social media from a journalism perspective. But the funny thing that social media is doing to journalism is it's really blurring a lot of lines, especially in the way that we've thought about covering the news in the past. And as Brian kind of alluded to in his presentation, there's a lot of, I heard a lot of the things that he talks about them doing on with SierraTradingPost.com that, my first natural journalistic instinct was, hey, you're on my turf, buddy, get off. But, and that's kind of the great thing about social media is it's really changing the way the mainstream media works, and it's offering more viewpoints, and the ability for everybody to basically become a publisher. When you look at some of the blogging that happens on the Sierra Trading Post site, that's the kind of thing that newspapers and other media outlets are trying to own forever. And now it's, you can take that directly to your business. It's kind of funny, there's a paper down in Texas, the Austin American-Statesman, that just announced last week that they're going to start selling ads for their advertisers through Twitter. And so twice a day, if you want to buy this, Twitter ad, you can get your message out through the Austin American-Statesman's Twitter feed. And I'm thinking to myself, or you could just start your own. I mean, I'm not quite sure why anybody would want to do that. And of course, I'm killing myself up here because I do want to see journalism survive, but finding that revenue source is going to be difficult. So what I'm trying to do right now is basically just get a good understanding of what the culture of social media is, and then how we can apply that to business. Being at a university, I don't have the financial pressure that probably all of you have to actually make money. We know we're going to get a big fat check from the legislature every year. We're going to get our endowments and all that kind of good stuff. But that doesn't mean that the industry isn't hurting. And journalism, media as an industry, especially newspapers, are not in very good shape right now. So I am especially interested in figuring out how newspapers can use social media to come up with a better, financial model, just like you folks are, in the hopes that they keep newspapers around a little while longer. Or at least, maybe turn them into more like, news websites or something. And who knows, maybe even eventually get to come back here and practice journalism in the state or practice social media somewhere in Wyoming someday. So, anyway, so let's talk a little bit about the culture of social media. We're going to talk a little bit first about who's using what, how do you learn the lingo, and how do you relate on social media, and then what you can gain from it.